Hello everyone, welcome back to Learning Feed the Beast. Now, what did we do last time? Last time we finished off with these machines. I changed them around a little bit and I added another engine. So both the pulverizer and the powered furnace are going very nicely. I haven't added any more panels at all and they're working very well. And I added these hoppers. Now hoppers are like the vanilla ones that are now in place in 1.5 and they're this 3x3. So I've got 3 of them already. They just hold items and then they go through. So that's very nice. And we've got quite a lot of things to make today. Lots of machines, a lot of engines, a lot of all sorts of things. Got a nice plan for us. And just quickly, between last time and this time, I made an enchantment table, I've enchanted some armour and my weapons and things. I had quite a few levels, I don't want to waste them. Put some trees down here instead of over there. And planted some crops. And there are some new ones in this that you won't have seen before. Things like we get hen and queen leaf. Same with all these pronunciations, don't pick me up on them, I'm not really that bothered by them. And I've got some pigs and I've got some sheep. Need to find some cows though to get some bookshelves, but until then it's okay. But today I'm going to start off in the Nether. So I'm going to meet you there, and we've got certain ores we have to collect. We need some sulphur, and we need soul sand, and we need nether brick. And this is to make our coke oven and our blast furnace. So, see you there. Okay, so a sheep decided to join us. Good sheep. And first one is Cinnabar. And this is the same sort of one as the overworld, but you get a dust for it like this. And if you look on the usage of that, you can make that into sulphur and mercury. Now you need some sulphur really, and there should be some easier ways to get it. I think from these as well you get some redstone. We've got 2 here now. Maybe it's just a random chance. And a lot of these, yeah they are. They have a chance of giving you extra stuff. So one of them does give you sulphur, the yellow one. That's what we're going to look for today. As well as get a load of nether brick and soul sand. There's plentiful supply of that. I'm also going to top up my turtle while I'm here. And we're going to be moving on to the IC2 machines today for energy and usage of them. And also we're going to look at the biomass for the people that asked. So, I'm going to collect some stuff up and I'll be back with you. Okay, our second ore is sapphire ore. And this one you can get sapphire dust and you get zinc. Zinc we were looking for last time as well, but we didn't need it. So on sapphire we can do sulphur from it and zinc. So that's okay, and that's it. So a lot of these go through electrolyzers, which we haven't got yet. And for the zinc there is some extra uses, so they come through bars, you can make brass out of them, you can centrifusion for tin. Not that many exciting things, they're pretty common. Now what we're really here for is the sulphur, and I'm not sure if we're making electrolyzers today. So I'm going to go through the stronghold, and also going to fill up some shards on the blaze. I won't get very many kills. Look, my creeper has 14 on it out of the over 1,000 that I require to get a maximum size one. And these are the fire bats that I told you about in episode 2, I believe. They're quite nasty. They will explode on you like a creeper. There we are. And they all set you on fire like so. And they are rather annoying. So where do you go? And if you don't have the soul shard on your inventory, then it won't fill up. So if I'm killing stuff that I don't want a soul shard for, I have it in here. Until it starts to get used like that one, then it doesn't matter. So I'm going to carry on, I'll be back with you in a bit. Okay, nether ore number 3 is pyrite. From that we just get pyrite. It's okay. So I've been collecting a load and I've taken the whole load back already. So I'm almost ready to go back. I even started a wither skeletons one. So I'll see you back there and we'll start building the furnaces. Okay, so we need to make our coke oven and our blast furnace. And the blast furnace is the one from the Railcraft. It's not the gigantic one that you see on YouTube things normally. Now, the coke oven's first. This is to make coke coal. And it's actually cheaper to do it this way and make sandy blocks and then turn them into coke oven blocks and I don't remember how many you exactly need, so if we just build it here, say, let's pick a location. We pick it here. No, we got circuitry there. We don't want it there. Now these you can put in the floor. That's what I'm going to do now. Yeah, we'll put it here. So it's a 3x3x3 with a hole in the middle. That should be it. So we just check this. And the blast furnace is slightly bigger. So you just put it around. Not a machine per se. Then when you actually have to construct the blocks. And when it's completed you'll see one more block. How about that for luck? So we just need to have one more. And wrong around. Oh, still works. There you go. And now you can interact with it. So now we're going to put some coal in here. And this will be turned to coke coal, which basically is super coal. Gives it lots more energy, but this takes a while to do it. And when it moves it across, it creates liquid. Forgot the name now. And that liquid we can actually use for energy. We have to pipe it out. So the next thing we have to make is the blast furnace. I remember our creosote, there we are. Sorry about that. And the next thing we need to make is the blast furnace. So if you just type in blast in too many items, not enough items, we need to have magma cream, soul sand, or we can have infernal bricks. Infernal bricks, you can just do that. So you've got to work out which one's cheaper. Which one is cheaper? That goes to 4 of them, but you've already got them. We'll just do this one. So I've got some slime on us from when we're looking for the trees in the first place. And I don't know how many of these I'm going to actually need. We'll go for 14. I think that might be enough. And hopefully we have enough bricks. It should be this one, isn't it? And there you go. So we've got 56 of them. Yeah, that should be plenty. And this is a same as this, but it's a 3x3x4. So I'm just going to put it here, I think. Be easier. And it's easier having underground because it's out of the way and you can sort of interact with them. You can see from here you would see the face of it, but it doesn't really matter too much. And later on we can do piping underneath the soil, which is nice and discreet to take away the creosote and use it for energy, or dump it out if you don't want it. Now the reason for this blast furnace in this mod is that we want to make steel out of it. It can also smelt aluminium, which is very nice, but steel is the main one that we want now. Now that should be complete. Yes it is. So in there we have to put coke coal or charcoal. It won't accept anything else, and then it will cook iron into steel. So it's pretty cheap once you get it from here, but it does take a very long time. And if this gets filled up with creosote, then you cannot cook any more coal into coke coal. So a little bit of disadvantage there, that you must pipe it off or use it. So that's going to be left there now. So I'm going to look at my next load of machines. I'll be back with you. The next machine is the extractor. Now for this we need it for several things, but the main thing at the moment is to make our rubber go further. So I'll show you what that means in a minute. And it's quite a simple recipe. It's a low level machine. Tree taps go in, machine block, but then I've forgotten to do the circuit. Good. So that goes into there, and we get a circuit like we have done before. Then put tree taps around it, and the block. And the machine block is obviously just the 8 in a round refined iron. So this is the extractor. I'm just going to dump it there. It'll get powered from this when we put some stuff in it. So I've got some wood. I'm just going to throw it in there and heat this up. So with that we have a load of sap. Got some in my inventory as well. We've got 60 there. Now in this we dump it in, and it's going to be quite slow for the moment. And with all these IC2 machines, so the Industrial Craft 2, you can overclock them. So there's a whole load of things here of slots that you can upgrade them with. But at the moment, as you can see, it's quite slow, but you can make them an awful lot faster. And there's upgrades of these machines themselves. There you go, 1 sticky resin goes to 3 instead of the 1 to 1 in the furnaces. So less waste there for us now. And in my list, that's the extractor. The next one we're going to do is a Batbox, and then we're going to go forward to a Jetpack today. So we need to make the sulfur. Now there's a couple of ways you can make the sulfur, and if we look on the battery, the reason I want to make sulfur is that you get more batteries per go. So you can do redstone in the middle and get one battery, or use the same stuff but pulverize lead and sulfur and you get two. So it's much easier if you do that, and we have the lead anyway. Should have it in here somewhere. In here somewhere, one of these ones. Oh, it's on me already. There we are. Very good. So we've got the tin, the pulverized lead, and we've got a cable left. And with these we can make some more cables. There we are. That's our cable situation sorted now. So from that I need to make the sulfur, and with that I can get gunpowder. So if you look on the usage of gunpowder, you can make these things, and then you can smelt it, and it gives you sulfur. So we're just going to throw it in here and get the sulfur out. And I think we're going to do something to that sulfur to get to the end result. No, should be able to just use that, I think. Yep, should be able to. So this will make a battery. 2 batteries, there we are. And with this we can start making our Batbox. So we need one more set of that. So let's get, there we are. We'll make a few of these because we will be using them. All of these ones we're doing at the moment are sort of the basic ingredients to a lot of these machines, so there's no worry if you make more than you need to. And from this we do 3 batteries across. If you look in the Batbox, that recipe is wrong. You do not need to have them charged up like that. So just put wood around and a copper wire on top, and there is our Batbox. Now from that we can actually get energy into it. So if I work out where to put this now, I could put this behind. I wanted to connect it to the generator, but in actual fact if I put it here and I get some copper wire, so at the moment we have a space there, that would work. So I can get wire going from that to here. Now if I use copper wire, which I think I will use as it's cheap, then after 4 blocks you start to lose power per space that you go with it. And there we are. That's very convenient, isn't it? So we just make some copper wire and insulate it. So you can move 4 spaces before you start losing energy from this. So if it goes from the generator across to the Batbox. Now this Batbox here stores energy, as you can see it's going up now, and this little circle thing on it means that's the output. So if you want to connect a wire to that, you have to connect it there, and then you'll power something else with it. If you connect anything to the other side, then power will go into it. So that's an input, and this is the output. Okay, very important when we move on to transformers and other levels of machines. So these will output a 32 signal, so 32 EU per tick. These machines will here take 32 EU a tick. Generally on the names for IC2 machines, if they're white in your inventory then they're 32, if they're yellow then they are 128, and if they are blue then they are 512. Should be that, yep. And you transform your energy different levels to make sure things don't blow up. But we won't worry about that just yet. So this is our battery box. It's storing energy from the generator, and now it's not storing it in here because we've already used it up. But if we then move the cable along, it still doesn't do anything because that is the input it's facing into. But if I just fix this so that I had a cable going behind here as well, that would be going in, and then with the wrench, it should still work with this one, I can face it downwards. There we are. So that should be facing downwards now, and you get energy into it. So basically that's got a wire going around the back and then up the top. Not a very efficient way of doing it, but it works. So energy is going into it and then energy is coming out of it. So that's then powering it along. You may lose 1 EU thing there, but I don't worry at the moment, so let's cover that up. Important thing is we have a Batbox and it's charging. So we're going to connect things to this to keep it charging, and then we can use the energy for a jetpack. So that's our aim today. The biomass things will have to wait because we need some structure for that first, and I haven't got enough sugarcane to do it anyway. Okay, in here we got some coke coal. We can then put it in here with some iron. Yep, some spare iron. And that will make us some steel. It's good to do this when you're doing other things because it will build up slowly and it'll get suddenly catch on you. It's pretty slow to do, so do it in advance. So this Batbox is now empty. It's got 30 in it, so the maximum or the minimum it can give out is 32. There are options on this, so that if you look at the left hand side, they've mid it full, mid it partly empty, and all that. Mid's going to go on nothing. So basically it will just give out energy and take in energy whenever it wants. Anyway, we've got some rubber. I did go check on the turtle for a second though, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now it's jetpack time, and we have to make another Batbox. If you look on the recipe here, it's the electric jetpack, not the other one. So we need a Batbox, we need a refined iron and advanced circuit. Now advanced circuit we have made before, we need glowstone, redstone and lapis. So I'll grab some of that now. I should have a plentiful supply. Glowstone, redstone and lapis. And some glowstone comes in the form of a chest. So I even got some nether wart, so we can do some brewing. And I made a brewing stand that is in a chest. So here we are. We'll make another one of these. So Batbox first. Same way as before. And then we can go to advanced circuit. So it doesn't really matter which way you do it, and it should be like that, or the other way around. There's an advanced circuit, and then from there we can advanced circuit, and up you go, and we have our first jetpack. Now, you have to charge this up before you can use it, and it takes your slot of your body plate. So at the moment there's nothing in it, and you'll see that it says 0 out of 30,000 EU. So, if we put some coal or some wood into, and let's see, have I got a thing I can burn in that? In the generator and then produce some energy. So, very quickly, I should have some coal around somewhere. Oh, there we are. So, in you go. That's going to make some energy. It's also going to power that. And we get some energy into here when there's some left over. So, we're going to be cheeky and throw this into here, and this will start charging. And it's going to drain all the energy from that basically, and this will stop working after a bit. So anyway, that's got some energy in now. Just for show purposes, we're going to take that out. It's only got 2,000 in it. Put that on our back, and we now have our jetpack. So that's a nice thing to know, but you do take incredible amounts of fall damage. So we need to sort that out, and we need to check if the Longfall Boots still are cheap. So on here we need to have Longfall Boots, 2 diamonds per boot, Obsidian and iron. Now these you really need to make because otherwise you will die a lot. So you need 4 diamonds for this and some iron. I don't know if I have any iron left in iron form. There's some there. Oh, and there's some there. I thought I'd pause for a minute there. So 2, 2, 2, 2. Should be that. So that's 2 singles, and then you go to a pair. Now these negate all full damage, and also they give you some armor value. So I'm at 3.5 now, and we're at 4.5. So a little bit of armor, but they stop you falling and taking damage. So right now, no damage. Awesome. Quite cool. Meant to be used with the portal mod, but they're very useful for this. So at the moment we don't need to use a jetpack. We need to think of ways now to generate energy into this other than burning fossil fuels, because we know they're not renewable. So we do have energy here coming out, which is free and renewable, and we are converting it to MJ, but this is EU and it's a bit different. So we've made a generator last time, so we look at the thing for that again. In the first episode actually we made a generator. So you go to generators like so, iron furnace, refined iron and battery. They're pretty cheap. And what we're going to make is a wind turbine. So we just go wind, like so, and we wind turbine, generator, and 4 carbon plates. They just come from carbon mesh, carbon fibre, and coal, which you've been pushed into this. And I've been pulverizing it while I've been waiting. So we've got plenty of coal here. If we just turn this into the first part of it, you get the raw carbon fibre, and then you change that into the carbon mesh. Now we have an extractor here. No, compressor we need for this one. Here we are. So that's going to get that sorted out for us. All we need to do now is get a wind turbine. So we need to get the generator for it. I could take that one, but I'm going to make another couple, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so 4 generators are made, and a couple of things now, really important. These chests are getting quite full. Now you can break these and then put gold around them and make a gold chest, or you can make a chest upgrade package. So you just put gold around and then you put the previous one in the middle. So in this case it's gold and iron, and you should be able to just click these onto them. There you are. So then the capacity has actually got bigger, quite a lot actually. And then if you go onto diamond, that's the biggest they get. After that you can get crystal, which is just adding glass. It looks pretty nice, but it's still the same size as the diamond one. Good to know. So with these generators, it's a very simple recipe. All you do is put the 4 on each side, and we have windmills. Now these need altitude. So we're at 63 at the moment, 68 at the moment. Maximum really height is 147. Beyond that they start to break. So high up is good, but we need a pipe or cable which will let the energy come from up there down to this Batbox where it can be stored effectively without losing loads of energy. And what we're going to pick for that is the glass fibre, but we're a bit low on diamonds, so if you just go onto the recipes on glass fibre, there we are. So 1 diamond goes to 4, and we can also use silver, which gives us 6 each a go, or silver again, or we can have Electrum. Electrum gives us 8, so 1 diamond would give us 8, so that gives us extra, which could be nice. Now, how do you make Electrum, you think? No, you don't get it naturally, you have to make it. So in here we would have some pulverized pulverized where are you? Yep, pulverized silver, and you add that to pulverized gold, like one of the other blends we've done before, and you make Electrum. Then all you do is cook the Electrum. So let's cook some in there, and that is the best way of doing glass fibre. And glass fibre will carry every single current of energy, even 512, and it will start losing energy after 40 blocks. So we could go up to 108 without having to have anything in between it, and it would still carry its full energy. We're just going to do a short setup today because we don't have very many wires. We can move it afterwards. And the note of moving things, where we've been using this wrench, it's not 100% and it does use durability. So what we're going to do is make a electric wrench that we can recharge. So for that we need to make a battery. It should be, if I've got some, I don't see a battery on me, nope, so I need to get some tin. Silver, don't want silver, I want tin. So there's some tin. Hopefully I've got everything on me still. And I've been cooking up some steel, so I've got some steel on me somewhere. Sulfur and that. So we need one of them, we need some bits of steel, and I got a circuit that I made earlier. And there we are, electric wrench. Now this has got to be charged up in one of these Batboxes. There you are, use up the energy. And this energy at the moment is coming from this coal, so it's not infinite. And with this, if you shift right click it, then it will take the object. If you just click it like so, it will change its direction. And you can also change it to lossless mode. So if you press M and then right click, it goes to lossless mode. So you'll never lose the item that you're taking back, but it does cost a lot more energy per go. So we just move this downwards, there we are. You can also shift right click on the top of one of these and it will face it downwards as well. Nice tip there. So we're now going to connect these wires to some wind turbines to power this up. So I'm going to make the wires and then we'll set it up and I'll show you the result. So they're set up, they're not set up very well, but that's just because we don't have many wires. And notice the jetpack, it will go up and down like so with spacebar. If you hold spacebar and press M, it will change into hover mode, or back again. So that's the useful note. And these should have lots of space around them, and they should be a lot higher. When we get more diamonds, we will spread them out more, but for the moment they are creating some energy. As you see, the system is all off, and this generator's got nothing in it, and this is going up. A little bit of energy, but it's worthwhile, and we can then charge our things up from it. So we now got some sort of energy source we can use, along with the electricity from the other one, which is very nice. So yeah, charges up our stuff, that's all we want at the moment. And also can power some engines with it. But there is one more thing I want to make today before we go, and this is an electric tree tap. So same sort of thing as the wrench. I need a circuit. I haven't made a circuit yet. Yep, so I'm trying to make some copper in here. Now we've got plenty of copper, plenty of rubber, which is very nice now that we have the extractor going. So we got loads of that. So make a few circuits actually. It's good to have a little stockpile of these basic ingredients because they are common to most things you do. And let's make one there. And we'll make this tree tap. And that means we don't need to waste all the wood afterwards. Let's see if I don't remember. Like so. There we are. Electric tree tap, and that can be then charged up in here. Very nice. So, I think that's all we're going to have time for today. We've done a lot of machine work, we've got a lot of resources going in, but there's one more thing actually before we do go. We made some aluminium because this pulverizer has a chance of giving you extra things. So there's some aluminium in here, which we don't get naturally, and it's different from the one you see normally. It's not the same as this, which is bizarre, but there you go. And if we have some charcoal on us or coke coal, some coke coal there, in this you can actually cook the aluminium into bars. So just a note for that, it does work. You don't need to use an industrial blast furnace. So I think we made some good progress today, and as always, if you have any suggestions or comments, I'd love to hear them. This series is driven 100% by you guys. If you want it, you'll get it. Give it some support and I'll get around to doing whatever you ask for. So, thank you very much for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.